Here come the Demon Hawks, who remember only need one goal. Empty net at the moment. They lift it up. There's a chance to head it in for Powell. She takes it down, and they'll knock it in, and they'll book their place in the $1 million match tomorrow night in Kerry. The Demon Hawks have done it. Tufts, caught right. To be set up for Tufts. Tufts to win it. Oh, it went out. I don't believe it. Off the inside of the post, it came out. Tufts get another go. Courtright. She looked like she placed it. Could Courtright do it? Tufts again. This time she's done it. Simply football. Simply incredible. Welcome back to Championship Monday and the single biggest cash giveaway in North American soccer. The soccer tournament's second final is coming up live from Cary, North Carolina at an absolutely packed WakeMed Soccer Park. Iowa Demon Hawks facing Simply Football for the $1 million winner-takes-all prize. A new champion will be crowned tonight after Simply Football's dramatic win that we saw there over US women yesterday. And of course, Iowa, well, most of those players, they are on the field having just contested the mixed final, and they've just won $1 million in that. Now they get their eyes on another million. What an incredible evening we're having. Tony Husband back here at WakeMed Soccer Park, joined for this one by Sari Rose. The momentum for these Iowa players has got to be extraordinary going into this one, but Simply Football providing a great clash and contrast to styles here as we look forward to this women's final.
Exactly, it's two very different profiles. Simply Football FC out of Dallas, they're comprised predominantly of American players who came through the college ranks. They're technical, they're passionate, but they're going to face Papi Chulos, Iowa Demon Hawks, who are comprised of Central and South American international futsal stars. Two very different profiles, same passion, same love, same goal of $1 million.
All right, we've mixed final out the way, so now we go to the rules for the men's and women's, which are the same. 2 18-minute halves, 77 soccer, no offsides, no throw-ins, you kick the ball in, and every match ends in target score time. If you're just with us, you will have seen the drama that you can have. This is how it all finished for the women last year, US women, with a walk-off winner. That's how it ends, a walk-off goal. We'll explain more about that as we go through the game, and then it culminates in a check for $1 million being handed over. That's the goal for these two teams about to contest this final, and a crowd have already been thrilled. So much so far. For one of these teams, though, it's been very much about being a comeback team. So for more on Simply Football, down to Gillian Sakovitz.
That's right, Tony. Simply Football are simply the comeback queens of TST. They have entered target score time trailing in every single one of their last 4 matches and come back to win every single one of them. But what's more impressive than that is it's been one player in each of those 4 target score times to have the game winner, coming off of the foot of 25-year-old Taylor Tufts from Southlake, Texas. I caught up with an emotional Tufts yesterday after her dramatic win over the U.S. women, the very women that she grew up idolizing, including players like Heather O'Reilly and Kat Whitehill. And she told me, we're a team that works for each other and believes in each other. But more than that, we have a saying, who's got that dog in them? And we're going for $1 million tonight, so we've all got that dog in us.
Thank you very much, Jill. Final words for Simply Football. A team who have come together like a family. They are staying all together as well at a house. They've decided that the whole group will stay under one roof and continue to bond together on this amazing journey. Now, Simply Football needed a comeback victory, as we mentioned yesterday, against US women. This is how they did it. Real drama. Courtright really played the quarterback role. This was the goal that got them back in it, tying it at 1. Raza with the goal. And then Courtright setting up Taylor Tufts, who got it at the near post, having seen her first shot hit the inside of the post and extraordinarily come back out. She has 4 TST winners Target Soccer Time winners in this competition.
Well, Taylor Tufts is just a tremendous competitor. She played last year for Reunion City Dallas. She's back this year playing with her sister, number 11, Kenzie Tufts. She's here because she wanted her sister to have this experience, and the two have been tremendous all tournament long.
Coin toss led by Lauren Aldrich, our referee. And you can see Iowa Demon Hawks, that was Lorena Lopez Law, who is the sister, twin sister of Andrea Lopez Payola, known as Pau. So you see those two out on the field. They are in it together. They're in it to win it. 6 goals for Andrea Pau, including the winner in target score times semi-final. And what about this performance from a real star, Lala, for the Demon Hawks? She's just played a big part in winning the mixed final with a huge save, knocking one onto the crossbar. And now she's about to play again. You wait all your life potentially to play for $1 million. These girls are playing for it twice in the space of an hour.
Absolutely incredible. And Lala's an experienced player. She was Football 7's goalkeeper of the year last year in 2025. She has been tremendous for this team in goal. But more importantly, she's an emotional leader. Every time she makes a big-time save, she's up, beating her chest, and really just brings the energy for this team.
Christiane Souza, the head coach of the women, who was a big part, of course, of that mixed championship team as well, and the support staff, has a final word with them.
And Chris is really one of the top coaches in the world for futsal. Not only that, I think she's a little bit of the South American Emma Hayes. She writes articles on women's player development and sports conditioning in women's futsal, very much how Emma Hayes is really trying to change how women's soccer is coached and the approach through her lens and other initiatives by the King Women's Institute. So she is an absolute legend on the sidelines. Best women's coach in the year.
Still time for some final instructions. Not too far from sunset in Cary, North Carolina. 16 teams entered TST in the women's bracket. We're down to 2. Kyla Dawn is standing over the ball for Simply Football, who will play in all red and from right to left. The drama, it's just started. Lala, in fact, is the reason for the hold-up at the moment. They're just sorting out her goalkeeping equipment, and now she can take to the field. Can't start without her.
Quick wardrobe change there for the teams as they go from their mixed uniforms to their Iowa Demon Hawk uniforms.
Do you think they've got their championship T-shirts on underneath their match shirts, maybe?
Just think about the mental game right now of these women having celebrated, cheered. They know they're going home winners, and now they have to turn around and keep that calm and composure that's needed for 7 soccer.
Away we go. The women's final at TST. $1 million on the line. Simply Football in the red, and the Iowa Demon Hawks in the all-yellow strip. A group who have just cut off and curtailed their celebrations along with the male members of their mixed team to now concentrate on a women's final. And how will that affect them? It's one of the great fascinations of this final as Lala gets an early touch of the ball. Now Lala's at this end of the field, and she took a little knock there, so play's going to stop. But I mentioned we're not too far away from sunset here in Cary, and the sun is actually coming down, and it's right in the eyes of the excellent Amanda Porber, who was superb in the semi-final victory for Simply Football. And you can see there the challenge she's got, and it doesn't look like they've got a hat, like a baseball cap kind of thing that often you see goalkeepers have in their collection for these instances. So
She's going to have to play this first half with the sun beaming down, and that could be a factor. We get a great view of it there from our camera crew. So an extra challenge.
Exactly, and what the hope is in sevens, a lot of times the ball is played on the ground. There are those long diagonal switches when they change the point of attack, and that will be troublesome. But when we talked to the GM of Simply Football, Mauricio.
LJ, don't go. Where are you going?
You see the little blow she took there.
As I was saying, the GM, Mauricio of Simply Football, said that Portball's just playing with more and more confidence. She did win the Keeper Wars the other night, and so pocketed $5,000 as the top female keeper in that event. And he said that actually really helped because it gave her more confidence. First game, she had let up 3 goals. They've won ever since. But she's feeling extremely confident and strong right now, not only after that victory in Keeper Wars, but after the game yesterday as well.
In which she made a wonderful save. And Mauricio actually said, you know, she kind of glided through the air, and he said for him, time stood still as she made a massive save in the semi-final victory. Now let's have a look at Powell down that right-hand side and winning the game's first quarter in this final early stages. She's the joint top scorer with 6. Plays in her sister, and it's just tipped over, and Amanda Porba called into action straight away. It's quite a contest as well for the goalkeeping position in Simply Football, but that competition has driven Amanda on to some great performances.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic parry over the top of the bar. The staff was extremely complimentary of Sammy Hawk, who will be the backup keeper tonight. She's also a terrific keeper in her own right, playing for University of Nebraska-Lincoln. But Portball has just been so good this week that she's going to get the nod.
Yeah, Mauricio Garcia, the general manager, said actually the loudest voice on the sideline from the players is Sammy Hawk. As we look at the Iowa coach, Christian Sousa. How far up the field Porba is prepared to go this early in the match. Such a slide challenge, and that'll be an immediate free kick and possibly a yellow card as well. They're asking for it, the Demon Hawks. That was Niedermeyer who went in. She's known as Claire Bear. There's nothing soft about that one, though, was there?
Not at all, and she actually gets clipped up, tries to keep her balance, and then slides down. And so anytime a player hits the ground on a slide tackle, it will be immediately called. And the Iowa Demon Hawk player just still writhing a little bit in pain as she tries to hop up a little bit. And that is number 8, Alana.
Was one of those who spent a significant amount of time on the field in the mixed final just a few moments ago here in Cairn.
It'll be interesting to see how that gamesmanship comes in. Are they going to take a little bit longer on a corner kick, a little bit longer on a free kick?
I think you're right, Sari. And of course, you know, we can never prejudge when it comes to injuries because we can't tell. But, you know, if you need that extra few seconds, you maybe need the extra free spray. Oh, no, I need a bit more. Just give me a few more seconds. You would use it, wouldn't you? It's the only sensible thing to do. You've just been playing out there already on a warm evening.
Because they play 18 minutes in the mixed play, 9-minute quarters, they've really almost played almost 3.5 extra games this week compared to Simply Football FC.
We may well have seen an infringement there for holding onto the ball too long, not progressing it in 8 seconds. In the meantime, though, here comes Taylor Tufts. And she'll win a restart from just down by this corner flag. South Lake, Texas. Last year part of the Reunion City Dallas group. Of course, a strong affiliation with Simply Football and that Reunion Dallas group, Reunion City. This is a very, very strong Texan and Dallas contingent that makes up Simply Football. Tufts plays it back into the box. And down goes Lala again. And once more, we're going to see one of those instances where there'll be no rush. Law, she was actually having a chat with from her own team. Claudinha launching it forward, and the clearance comes in from Korba, still dealing with the sun a little bit. It's dropped even more now. Powell with the interception. Here come the Demon Hawks, looking to make it a double tonight, and the first shot comes in from Powell.
What a beautiful reaction save by Amanda Porbal, right? She's a girl that has good size, and you're going to see her get down super quick. Little K kick save bit there, gets her body in front of it. One of the things that the coaches like about her is she is so comfortable with the ball at her feet too. So you mentioned earlier that she's comfortable bringing that ball up the pitch, acting as an extra player on the field, and we see her doing that right now as well.
All the way almost into the Demon Hawks half of the field. They say as well, you know, the brand of football they want to play in this small-sided arena, it's often simple and effective, playing for each other, but they're so into the team unity that drives success, the team mentality out there, fighting for each other, no single star, just the whole group.
And you bring up a great point, is that even though there are some incredible players on this team, it really has been a team effort. They've had 13 goals this week by 6 different goal scorers. So we highlight Tufts, who has almost half of them, but there really has been a team effort after that across the board.
Togetherness, of course, tested early on. They lost their first game 3-2 to City Soccer. Haven't looked back since.
Comfortable really letting the other team have possession. They really erupt, I would say, late in the games, and target score time is their bread and butter this week.
There's an art to it. They said to the coaches earlier on, you know, how do you coach it? How do you coach it when you play in such a jeopardy type situation? There's nothing really quite like it. When you get down to those 3-on-3s, and it comes down to soccer IQ, they said, and there really is not that much the coaches can do from there, as we hear the first cry of the Vuvuzela from Darwin Salas down there on the sideline. RJ Lugueno is the Simply Football head coach, had an accomplished playing career, and there is Darwin cheerleading for his group. It's just in receipt of one giant check. Down in the shady part of the field. Oh, this could open up. Oh, what a save! Lala! Oh, that looked for all the money like it was going in. It was Kenzie Tufts who hit it instinctively on the volley.
And Tufts coming out of the back line there. She likes to play it with her right, and she's going to one-time that. Almost looked like it deflected off a Demon Hawk. So another terrific save by Lala, and that is her signature get-up. She puts her arms out and cheers for herself and gets the crowd going.
From the corner, Tufts again. A little deeper. Could come to Kyla Dawn, but referee spotted a foul, and it'll be a free kick. There is Kyla Dawn, who's been selfless, and they figured out the best role for her in this team, they feel.
And she's really been playing more as that target player. After, I think it was the second game, they moved her up top, and she's been tremendous, just trying to find that ball, hold up, and get runners off of her.
It's a big responsibility, isn't it? And there's a lot on your shoulders, and particularly when the game can get stretched at certain points, the ability to maintain possession. Possession's so important, and even more so, of course, as we get into the dying embers of the match when we go to target score time. Tight angle, they got the cross in, and that was a nervy moment, but Simply Football get it away. We're well past the midway point now of the first half. Of course, we're back to 2 18-minute halves, having seen the 4 dramatic quarters in the mixed championship match. Men's final still to come. Hernandez United, University of Alabama, last year's runners-up. University of Alabama, can they go one step further this year? Hernandez United, though, looks very, very strong. That is coming next here on Peacock and NBC Sports Network.
Taylor, push up. She's not going to... Taylor, listen. Taylor, this up. Don't let him shoot from up top, Taylor. Taylor, this way.
Once again, taking that time. She's got it on her left foot, going to drive it in.
Now hits it, corner.
These free kicks are so critical. Can you get a little screamer along the ground? See if you can't deflect off, get a corner kick, maybe get a second ball in for a goal.
They look deep there towards Jardinha. Maria Romero. She has one goal already. Still waiting for the first goal. Punched away by Porba. And that's helped over the top in the end by Powell. 6 goals, so we have the 2 top scorers in the women's competition in this game. Taylor Tufts with 6 and Powell with 6 on the Iowa side. Deserve their 7 places.
Simply someone who's really comfortable just triple knock it around. They're going to see if they can't find the target right there. Miss hit, but they were trying to see if they couldn't get Kamaya back. Kamaya back, number 2, will rotate in with Kyla Dawn. Sometimes we'll also see number 4, Samantha St. Pierre up top as well.
Scouting report on Beck is that she's got a very strong finish on her when she can get a sight of goal. She really puts her foot through it.
And she's another one of the products of our U.S. Youth National Team, heading to SMU. She played with the 17s and the 18s.
That ball was looking for Samantha St. Pierre. Sammy, she's known to her teammates.
Girls, we gotta pass the ball. We're just chasing it.
She is again.
Get him tired.
Once already in this year's competition. There's not a spare seat in here. And people circling the arena as well, trying to get a vantage point from wherever they can. And we've had 7 fields in play across this week. All eyes on field 1 now for the $1 million prizes. St. Pierre. She evaded one challenge, but then Jessica Graciela Gatulio, as she's known, brings it away. Simply Football have it back.
Sam Courtwright really doing a good job defensively. Number 22 in red. She's headed to Duke to be a Blue Devil, but she is such a general in the midfield for them.
And Sanders are coming together, which will draw a foul.
It did look like she went to the ground for a slide tackle. Just comes in, and that is a clean side tackle that sends St. Pierre into the air, and that appeared to be Alana again.
Remember, the players don't have to wear shin pads if they don't want to. I don't see too many out there tonight. Inside the last 3 minutes of a scoreless first half in this women's championship game from TST.
Looking to see if they can get that ball into the target. Good rotations into the middle. Those players start off high and then drop in the middle, but it's a turnover here as the Demon Hawks are looking to create something.
Law spreads it wide to Getulio. Forward they go, and they get the shot away as well through Marianne. In fact, there's Bettina out there, vastly experienced player who they'll look to try and provide the finishing touch in front of goal. Plays in Italy.
Play simple, girls. Play simple move.
There are 10 players on this Demon Hawk squad that have played for that Taboa Magnus team in Brazil. Tremendous international experience.
Now, that's the interesting thing that Darwin Salas has also been talking to us about in his couple of interviews. He's already had 2 interviews, by the way, tonight, so my money's on him getting on camera again at some point. But he's talked about the work they've done. He's drawn on his experience. He's got deep connections in Brazil as well. And, of course, the epicenter of it all in Des Moines. Very, very interesting how they put this together. And he's got a lot of experience of this tournament as well. He's been involved with other teams, like Newtown Pride in the past. So they came up with a strategy based on having been here before.
Exactly, and last year he helped to support the Austin Rise squad, brought them into Iowa for 2 weeks of a training camp. Really was working with them as this MLSLW squad was being built.
The story of what they've done there in Des Moines is really fascinating and a great example of growing the sport of soccer. Ultimately is what makes everybody a winner in the longer term. Horber now bringing it forward. The shadows really lengthened. Sun won't be such a factor for her in the dying moments, and in fact she's going to see the half-time whistle go momentarily. Is there time for one more chance? Simply Football going to get that chance, and it will be a corner. Took a little deflection. Added time, end of the first half. Taylor Tough standing over it. Who's happy now? Beck is in there at the back post. It went near post. Could still come for Beck. Lala didn't get there.
And that ball just took an awkward deflection that was actually spinning away from Lala, so uncharacteristically unable to hang on to it there. As Lala let that just roll out of bounds.
Ulloa went high. So did Claudinho, though, going into the challenge. So free kick, though, goes to the Demon Hawks.
She's going to sell this a little. It does go up, but no contact to the head, although she's holding her head trying to sell the foul, and she does. A little bit of the drama we love from those Central and South American players.
Another bit of dark arts, perhaps, to end the first half. Goalless between Simply Football and the Iowa Demon Hawks. And a pretty closely contested first half as well. Not a lot in that. Simply Football will sometimes be a little bit more direct. They'll push the goalkeeper up, higher up the field, try and create these little overloads. Remember, they came from behind and have been doing that all tournament. And this group, well, they will want some rehydration, won't they? They're definitely going to need it, the likes of Powell, because, of course, they've already played 2 quarters, most of them, in the mixed final. And they'll regroup. We will too for a second. It's half-time in the women's final. No way past the keepers so far. We'll be back here in Kerry on NBC Sports Network and Peacock in a moment. The soccer tournament is presented by The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management, the official wealth management sponsor of TST. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by RBC Wealth Management. We're halfway through the second final of the night. Simply Football and Iowa Demon Hawks 0-0. The Demon Hawks have had more of the shots in that first half. Sari Rose, what do you make of the performances of both?
Well, I think once again, you've got a very tired Demon Hawk squad coming out there, but they've really been on their front foot. A save apiece for the keepers, and both of them were big-time saves to keep the score 0-0. I think coming out in the second half, we're going to see more of Simply Football FC on the ball. They like to turn it up a gear in that second half, and I think they're going to try and put more pressure on this Iowa Demon Hawk squad. All
right, we are halfway through. The Demon Hawks are looking for a double. The beach balls are out here, but who's going to get the ball in the back of the net? Second half, women's final next. Welcome back. We're through one final, and that was the moment that Iowa started to celebrate, because that was the Peluche Hawks winning the mixed championship, making history, the first mixed champions in the soccer tournament. And now, with the Iowa Demon Hawks 0-0 at halftime, going into the second half of the women's final, can the team in gold produce another major moment, or will Taylor Tufts and Simply Football stand in their way and claim the hall? Sari Rose alongside me, Tony Husband. Second half, glad you're with us here on Peacock and NBC Sports Network.
Well, we had a great look at Taylor Tufts and Powell at the start of the half. Both of them are the leading goal scorers in this tournament, but I've got to give some love to my goalkeeping union, as Amanda Porball leads all goalkeepers with 29 saves, and right behind her, Lala with 28. So everybody loves the goal scorers, but if it wasn't for the goalkeepers, it'd be a totally different match.
Well, that's true and well said. They definitely have been two of the stars of the show so far. And they've switched ends, of course. So we have Simply Football playing from left to right in the red. That one's hacked away by Salcedo. There are the goalkeepers, and well, so much comes down to their performance. And as it was explained to us earlier by the coaches, I mean, the pressure of that position is huge. And as the game goes on as well, it's often about their distribution, their confidence on the ball. And Porba is known for being one of those who is comfortable coming out and really being part of the passing game. And she can deliver the longer ball as well.
And I know she's looking to extend her career, but I think she also may have a future as the U.S. women's national team boasts a beach team. They have a futsal team. There's a number of extended national teams beyond our full 11, and there were scouts floating around at this tournament. As we said, the exposure that this tournament gives to all players is really incredible. Last year, Ashley Henderson from Old Train, who had been in and out of the U.S. futsal squad, was picked up. She unfortunately was not in this tournament last year, but had sent Old Train past Solo's team. And so this is just another remarkable opportunity for women.
And they've got a corner. Let's see what Claudinha can do with this. Early stages, second half. Laid back and fired just wide by Powell. Well, I wonder how they received that down on the Demon Hawks bench. Gillian Takovic is down there.
Tony, I am with Andrea Alaman. Andrea, what was the message there at the break?
Well, they'll tell us about like little details in how we are defending and how we are offending. So, and make everything positive and keep the energy, and that's it.
Iowa just played. They had 10 minutes to rest between these two games, between the mixed game and now the women's game. How much are tired legs a factor right now?
Well, when you are playing a final, like the energy it's all about, and these girls are warriors, so it doesn't matter that they are tired. They just keep running and they just keep fighting. So it's amazing watching them play.
Obrigada.
Oh, thank you.
Very good, thank you, Jill. Andy, as she's known, joining us from the sideline there. There is so much belief in this group. Buoyed, of course, by already winning the mixed title.
And I like that look in by Porba, trying to send it into that target player to pivot up top. We see a couple of different looks in this 7 event. There's building, and can they find the target, either have them turn or lay it off here like they're doing to Sam Courtright. Or sometimes we'll see those long balls into the corner, seeing if they can't make something happen on the end line and get a service up. And then there's those other teams that'll sit back and just look to counter. We haven't seen as much of that.
No, not so much of the kind of low block equivalent in this form of the game. Courtright, who you mentioned there, is, as well as the 2 goals, got 4 assists as well. Leading assist in TST.
2 of those assists were game winners to Tufts. So that Tufts to Courtright, Courtright to Tufts combination is really what drives this team late in the game.
Here is Taylor Tufts.
And you know it's coming. She likes to get on that right side. She's going to cut inside to her left. Usually she's a little closer to goal and will get that shot off. But even though you see it time and time again, it's still hard to prevent.
Well, yeah. They've got a habit of doing that, these good left-footed players in world football sometimes, haven't they? You think, well, you know what they're going to do, but they can be unstoppable at times.
A little sell of the body and get you every time.
Nice run and instinctive volley. Kromog was up there, Quinn Kromog. And she puts it just wide.
I love this switch across, and once again, not shy of playing that one time. We've seen that from a number of different players, and that goes back to their technical ability and comfort on the ball.
Lala is uncomfortable now because Kyla Dawn went in with a firm challenge. She was entitled to go for it because Lala was just dwelling on the ball a little bit. Free kick given here as well. You can see just getting herself back on her feet. She's been in the walls. You only have to look at her to see that with the black eye there as well.
Quick, give it back to Ash. Give it back to Ash. Quick.
Darwin Salas owes her a week resort stay after this. I'm not sure what they're having Des Moines, but she definitely deserves a break and a spa day or two after this week.
Well, as he told us after the mixed championship, it's certainly a lot of players have just changed their lives. And don't forget, we've got another final to come after this one, the men's championship as well. Hernandez United against last year's runners-up, Pumas to Alabama. That should be a great contest. Stay with us for that one.
Good. Sammy, get the ball. Sam, look who's
One of the things we have seen this Iowa Demon Hawk squad do is really bait in that run forward, and when there's sometimes an errant pass, they're just able to pounce on it. Scored versus KC2 that way.
Tufts on the turn, and on the left, and in the net! Taylor Tufts with the breakthrough in the final.
This, I think, has to do a little bit due to the fact that Lala's a little beat up. It's a great turn by Tufts and strike, but you see just the way Lala's collapsing down, didn't quite get a push on it, and that is a fantastic turn and strike, but I think earlier this week, that would have been an easy save for Lala.
Yeah, you just wonder, as she dropped to that side, was there an element of fatigue in there? And now the Demon Hawks have got to pick themselves up as we approach almost the midway point of the second half. Lala, who made that big save in target score time in the mixed final.
Layla, tuck the middle, she's going. Go,
She's just always so dynamic and really cat-like reflexes at times, and just got caught off there, unable to get the step and push off. And now simply football is more of the possession this half and knocking it around. As we said, they're probably comfortable going into target score time just a goal above because that's where they shine.
Again, she's going to bring it all the way into the Demon Hawks half. And they've worked it really nicely down the right-hand side. Rogers ball into the box. Could come loose as well. Thought Wright was arriving. Cleared away.
Definitely feeling confident as she's Jorge Camposing it up the field.
And this one flashes across goal and goes wide. That's just probably the moment that the Demon Hawks actually will be happy to have. Just a chance to just pause things for a moment. I think that was Ulloa who went in with a challenge a little bit too strong and left one in on Alana.
And what's interesting, it was, like you said, it was actually number 8, Ulloa, who had the foul, but that was shown to Tufts.
Yeah, I think they were indicating, the referee was just indicating Lauren Aldridge that I'm not showing it to you, and then was making the point away possibly. But yeah, we'll get clarification on it. But it was indeed Ulloa, we're told, who got the card. Alana.
Go, Layla. All left. Yes, Maya, go.
Pressure now from Ulloa. Oh, and then there was a firm collision after that as well. Here come the Demon Hawks. It's just opened out a little bit as well, hasn't it? The elasticity, the tightness of the field. Suddenly it's pulled wide. The players strewn across at the moment, and now a little run from Mario. And she's done really well to take it all the way down the other end of the field, some 60 yards nearly. And ultimately all to nothing, as she's going to have to turn around and run all the way back.
And she had Beck in the middle. Beck could have been a little more dynamic to try and cut into that space, as that's a good look at Kamaya Beck now trying to pressure the Demon Hawks.
Here is Law. It's not a bad cross, but you need somebody in there causing a nuisance. So ultimately, Borbo gets a comfortable catch. Don't be fooled, she's the twin of Powell.
It's amazing to have a final with two teams, both with sisters on it.
Dawn nearly taking advantage. Clock continuing to tick. There are only 6 minutes left now in the second half. Simply Football have got a slender advantage. No pressure at all on the keeper.
This is where that movement in the middle of the park becomes really important. Simply Southern unable to get control of the ball there as it's cleared by Tufts.
The men's finalists making their way onto field 2. Well, they'll start their warm-up. They come up after this final. They got the boombox out. It's a pretty loud one, I can tell you. Hernandez United, Pumas de Alabama, still to come. Championship Monday here from TST.
The game slowed down a little bit the last 6 or so minutes. As you mentioned, both teams comfortable, kind of knocking it around.
The interception from LJ Moore, and then she wins the decision. And so there's something said afterwards there. And that means yellow card for Elisario.
And it's a good shoulder-to-shoulder until Ozzy just brings her down, and not happy with the call at all. Ozzy is another one of those players that actually played for the Demon Hawks in the MSLW. There's 4 of them on this squad. A prolific goal scorer in her own right, had 31 goals in the season this year.
Tufts playing the deeper role, and Courtright losing out. This time AZ landing on the ground. Free kick.
As we mentioned, Powell is usually the one that steps up to take this. We see her. She likes to put it on her left as well. A lefty like Tufts. She's got 6 goals for the Demon Hawks, and she's just going to rip this and see if they can't get a rebound off it. We haven't seen quite the cheekiness of set pieces by the Demon Hawks.
The winner in the semi-final, and hits this. It's cleared away by LJ Moore, and then it was Kyla Dawn going right through the middle at the other end of the field. That's given away as well. Kenzie Tufts will take up possession. We've got to watch out though. And there's the keeper, Borbo. Her positioning was important there, because it really closed down the angle for Cassie LN. And that was cool as well under pressure. 2.5 minutes until we hit target score time in our second final of the night. That ball lifted in, headed down for Dawn to chase. Right now, you just feel the legs might be looking a little bit heavy for the Demon Hawks. Can Simply Football take advantage? Dawn back to goal, holding it up, forced out of the penalty area. And then Moore seeing her ball forward blocked. Simply Football might just fancy grabbing one more.
It would be tremendous if they could get up an extra goal going into target score time. Like we said, both of these teams like to play for that target score time. As I have said before, the first and second halves are kind of like the appetizers for these squads, and then they really get to the meat of it and the heart of their play. And it does look as if it may have been Powell going off the side.
Yeah, with her arm, but that's a great block. Great defensive block, because that shot coming in from Marianne was going to the top corner. Orba may have had the angle covered, but that would be enough, wouldn't it, if they could get one and tie it all up. Lana going in strong. There's some tackles going in now. Closing stages, second half. On June 11th, history will be made. The FIFA World Cup 2026 comes to North America. Catch every match, every moment, live in Spanish on Telemundo and on Peacock.
The U.S. men's national team had a terrific showing yesterday down in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's good to see Christian Pulisic get a goal and an assist.
Yeah, and he was full of praise for a big crowd in Bank of America Stadium there in Charlotte. We've got a big crowd watching this here tonight. Not a spare seat anywhere. Final seconds now of the second half.
I'm not going to lie, there was some consternation about what the fans would look like today, given the U.S. women's national team were eliminated. But it is a raucous crowd here. They're 3 deep along the sidelines, and it is hard to see an open seat in the stands.
They've even had to open up the top tier. And that is it, end of regulation. And so Simply Football moving a step nearer, perhaps, to an historic victory. We've got target score time coming next. It's set at 2. We'll be back from TST in a moment. The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management. The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management, the official wealth management sponsor of TST, and by Soccer.com, an official partner of the soccer tournament. Welcome back. We're about to go into target score time in the women's final here on Championship Monday at TST. Simply Football have got an advantage by just the 1 goal. going into target score time. And so the target score for this is 2. First team to reach that wins. It'll be a walk-off when it happens. And of course, every 3 minutes, players are removed. We start at 7v7, progressively move back. There's also the backfield violation as well. Let's hear from Simply Football's head coach, RG Loveno, and he's downstairs right now with Gillian Sackermans.
RJ, you are 1 target score time away from $1 million. What was the message?
Be composed in front of the goal. Know that we can do this. Trust our system that's gotten us to this place. Be confident, have each other's back, and believe that we can do this, because I know that we will.
This is a tired side you have on the other end. What is the best way to exploit that?
Pressure. Make the speed of plays, pick it up. They can't keep up with us. They're tired. They haven't trained the way we have. They haven't prepared the way that we have. And just make the speed of play as fast as possible and score this last goal.
Hey, a lead heading into target score time. It's kind of uncharted territory.
I know, but I'll take it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Jill. And absolutely, Taylor Tufts has normally had to do the heroics in a come-from-behind performance for Simply Football. Right now, it's her goal that is the difference as we go into target score time. And this remarkable story of Iowa Demon Hawks. Those girls have already played in a mixed final along with the men, and they've won. Now, can they make it a double? And Sari Rose alongside me, Tony Husband here. I mean, the tension starts to build already. And we heard the tactics there from RJ saying, you know, just be confident, press, hassle, but also I would think if you can keep the ball, you can tire the opposition out.
Exactly, and I think that's what we're going to see a ton of. They are just going to try and knock that ball around and see if they can't wear down this Iowa Demon Hawk squad. We've thrown out this stat earlier, but a year ago, teams were only playing about 7 to 8 minutes into target score time, 2 years ago, and last year that had doubled up to almost 17 and a half minutes. So teams are now taking advantage of that possession, wearing the other teams down. They're comfortable going fewer and fewer numbers because of the strategies that they've been able to practice, because now teams are going into camp a week or more earlier.
The ball is placed, the Voigt ball, the official soccer ball of TST. It's right on the center S there, and away we go in target score time for the Women's Championship for $1 million. For Simply Football, it's just one more goal. For the Demon Hawks, they need 2. Only loss for the Demon Hawks was in group play against Rated Sports. Here's the ball into the box. These moments you can't make a mistake because Tyler Dawn was ready to pounce. And they've gone back, and of course you can't do that. That's an early example of a backfield violation. Once you go into the opposing team's half, you can't play it back in, otherwise you turn over possession. Possession is so important in target score time, and RJ, I think, is going to be frustrated with that, because one of the things he talked about was composure.
And it's just that discipline, right? There can't be any mistakes once you're in target score time. Everything matters.
Alana, they want to get one back. Great shot, good save.
And you can see Kenzie Tufts was just off screen telling Corval, take your time, slow it down. But the Demon Hawks putting pressure on early.
She tried to find her sister Taylor, who tried something cute. She's come all the way back to help them regain possession. Of course, they've got to think about getting this in the other half of the field now. And Borba, I think, with the backfield violation in mind, has just launched it away. But of course, they've turned over possession.
And you bring up a great point. It's not just you can't play it back. You only have 15 seconds to get it forward.
And that is the challenge that the Demon Hawks are just facing for a moment there. Alana. That's nicely done by Murillo. Well, she's done this once already. She loves these little ranging runs. Now it'll be caught right. The creator finds Tufts in her favoured area, and she is penalised. She was trying to turn it around and get on that left foot. Free kick. to the Iowa Demon Hawks.
And Tufts does love just hanging on that back post in the offside position. Couldn't quite get a good touch on it when she received it, and she was hoping for the foul, but it goes against her.
Not long left. And they've got numbers, Simply Football. Oh, they played it in behind, and that'll give the ball back to Iowa Demon Hawks. And indeed, look at that clock now, running down 10 seconds or so. And at that point, we'll go to 6v6 in this final. Simply Football just need one goal.
And I think if you're the Demon Hawks, you're doing just that. Can you pressure early? The last thing you want to do is go down numbers when you're so fatigued.
Launched it a couple of times, looking for Dawn in that natural hold-up play that she's got. That's her role now. Was that a backfield violation? It was another one. Second of the target score time for Simply Football. They'll turn over possession, and we'll go down to 6v6.
And remember, this Simply Football FC team is a squad that has really come from the college ranks. A couple of the players have played in the MSLW. A couple of players have done the indoor futsal racket, but most of these players are used to 11-a-side soccer. TST is a new form of soccer, and the wrinkle of that backfield violation is new this year.
Twice in the final, we see it enforced. Now, Powell with the restart. We're 6v6. Demon Hawks need 2 goals. Helen, no, she was flattered.
The center official, Lauren Aldridge, telling her to play on. I think the Demon Hawks are trying for the dramatic if they can.
And that's a pretty dramatic strike as well. And getting down low to her right was Porbo to make the save.
Porbo usually can hang on to these clean, but it's a well-struck ball, and she gets it just as it's about to hit the ground. Penn State goalkeeper does a good job at getting up quickly to make that second save.
See, Powell, by the way, is wearing some light bandaging on her elbow. Noticed in the first half she came off holding it, grasping it, in some pain. Now, Simply Football to the near post. It's a scramble, and Lala's got it. Here's Powell driving forward. Tulio, Jessica Graciela. So many of these players go with their nicknames. Plenty of time here for the Demon Hawks.
Simply Football playing so compact, really trying to deny any lanes.
Lana is at the heart of a lot of the playmaking, isn't she, for the Demon Hawks? Floating around, just in and around the edge of the box. Law in there as well. Alana. Tulio playing it square. These are tense moments now. We're 50 or 45 seconds away from it going to 5v5. The Demon Hawks having a good spell of possession. Law again.
That's where some of the success of, they're going to knock the ball around wide, but they're also going to see if they can't find that player in the midfield checking in. It forces, when they check in and then play it back, it forces the defender to have to make the decision. Do you stay with the ball or do you stay with the runner? And that off balances the defense some.
I think this is the longest spell we've seen either side keep the ball continuously. They wanted the runner. Law wanted at a push. Alana now does send it wide to the right. Target score is 2. That's the number the Demon Hawks need in terms of the number of goals they need, because they, remember, trail to Taylor Tuft's goal.
And even though time has elapsed on the clock, it does not switch until the ball is out of bounds. So Lauren Aldrich, our center official, letting this play on despite 3 minutes expiring.
Tulio is out there. This is Alana. They have Rafa over on the far right-hand side at the moment. Got to keep it in Simply Football's half. Well, quite an effort from Jose. Ultimately, the whistle goes, and now we go down to 5v5.
And what's interesting is all the substitutes are coming off the field. Number 11, Kenzie Tuft, is staying on the pitch along with Fútbol. So Taylor Tuft's sister, number 11, Kenzie Tuft, has been a warrior defensively and does not get the sub.
And there is Thais Andrade, who has put the penny on. So at 5v5, Iowa on offense have brought out an outfield player. So it's an empty net at the other end of the field. And so Simply Football know if they can win possession back, they do have the option to just try and smash it downfield into that goal.
And we haven't said Andrade's name much, but she did have the second half goal in that mixed final to put Peluche Hawks up. And now it does look like they're going to change the color so it
doesn't
stands out a little bit more.
Yeah, stands out more now and helps this huge crowd identify it. Packed in and eagerly anticipating the resumption of this women's championship game that is on a knife edge. Quite a delay. The likes of Pau looking on. We're going for another one now. How about blue? What will that do? All adds to the drama, I suppose.
And also gives both of these teams a little more of a break here.
The Demon Hawks probably not averse to that either.
With the Demon Hawks in possession, we are looking. Number 8 is going to try and get the ball at her feet if she can.
Set up for Alana, and it's blocked by Kenzie Tufts. And can they keep it in through Kyla Dawn? Well, they can. Thais had retreated all the way back towards her own goal. Possession now back with the Demon Hawks, who still need to. We're in target score time of the women's final here in Carey. Under the lights, in front of a packed crowd, these two teams bidding for $1 million prize. It's winner takes all. Claudinha is in the box at the moment, being marshalled by Kenzie Tufts. Thais is playing as that sweeper keeper. Across it comes. Alana will hit it off straight into the feet of Kenzie Tufts. She didn't know that much about it. And they've won it back. Claudinha. Wide to the right, Rafa's out there. Can they break it up? Oh, they've taken her out as well. LJ Moore was on the run. The free kick, the decision, and critically the possession goes to Simply Football.
Romero hoping that it would go her way, and it doesn't. So now Iowa Demon Hawks taking advantage of putting Lala back in goal. They're going to pull the field player. Fútbol has a tendency to play when they are still at 5v5, and then usually comes off when it gets down to 4v4. They are comfortable with her in the back because of her foot skills.
That's right. That's the interesting nuance between the two sides, what they've done. Immediately, Lala came out when the Demon Hawks were on offense, but Boba has stayed out there, but that is given away, and now Thais is going to come back onto the field for the Demon Hawks because they're going to go on offense. We're still on 5v5, but the clock is running.
And the reality is Simply Football FC can keep Fútbol in because they don't want to give up an errant goal in transition because they've got a field player forward. So Fútbol is good enough with her feet to keep her in at least for now.
Lala poised if there is a turnover on possession. Pau. Thais. Down on the near side, Claudinha, here she is. Rafa out there, right in front of Thais at the moment. Alana hovering around the goalkeeper. with 5-on-5. We're about to go to 4-on-4. Here's Powell. They need one, remember, to stay in the game, the Demon Hawks, and then take it a winner takes all. Oh, but Simply Football nearly with a turnover just for a moment. It must have flashed through their minds. Oh, there's another turnover. This could be a goal. It is a goal. Claudinha bouncing in target score time. It's 1-1, and the next goal wins $1 million. The Demon Hawks right back in it.
Well, Miller's going to play this pass back, and then it's going to get played across, a little bit of a soft pass there, and Romero able to capitalize on it. Number 7, Claudio Romero, getting the goal. And we've seen this time and time again. The teams that are patient and are able to prey on those mistakes and those soft passes across the back are able to capitalize. So we are even and down to 4v4.
Now, we've seen this before. Sam Courtright donning the penny, and she's got LJ Moore outside her. Taylor Tufts over on the right-hand side. Here is Tufts. We're 4-on-4. Courtright has set up a number of these winning goals. It is the next goal that wins it. Courtright has scored 2, assisted 4. LJ Moore, Tufts, onto that left foot, given away, empty net, oh, hit the referee! In truth, I don't think that was going to go in. It's going to come wide, even if it had made it down to this end of the field, but...
And well run, and you're spot on. The angle of that ball would have sent it sailing out wide. The official, Lauren Aldrich, unable to get out of the way there, but I do not think that ball would have gone in.
Tice comes back with the penny on. There she is. Iowa Demon Hawk number 12.
Powell's on the far left as well, so they love her rejoining the team in the target score time.
4-on-4, next goal wins it. Oh, a little bit of an overload for a moment. Tice trying to set him up again. Rafa's in there. Alana on this near side. Powell wants it. Oh, she's hit the crossbar. Inches away from $1 million. Cornwall wasn't getting that one. Powell again. Alana down on the near side. Tice once more. 4v4 for the winner. Powell thinks about it. Back to Tice. They just want to set Powell up. She'll want to have another strike, surely. Alana on the near side, though, as well. There it is, and it's over the top. And here go the subs. Look at this moment. This nearly the winning moment.
And Powell again with just the absolute force of that shot. One time sends that crossbar ricocheting back and forth, and now it's Courtright, the general of Simply Football FC. She's got Tufts on one side of her. She's got Murillo there to support her. On the far side, it looks like that's Razzo as well.
Tufts out there. This is LJ Moore. Courtright. Set up again for Moore. Tufts now in that familiar position. Well, what drama now. 4-on-4. The momentum swing to Simply Football. Their shot on it. If they can keep possession, they've lost it. There's an empty net there as well. They're getting right in front of Lala. And the clock's expired. And we're going to go down to 3v3. Out comes Taylor Tufts. Well, it's going to feel like agony for these players. The intestinal fortitude, the concentration.
And you're spot on. It is the concentration. It is so imperative at this point in the game to be patient defensively. You do not want to step and get beat. You want to stay nice and compact, force the team to continue to work it around, and your goalkeeper has to come up big.
Powell, Tice, Alana on the other side. Oh, they got the interception. Follow up. It's gone in. The goalkeeper's won it. Tice sends the Demon Hawks on their way to a double for Iowa tonight at TST. New champions, $1 million. Iowa Demon Hawks. He said it would change lives. He said it would be a dream come true. Iowa Demon Hawks with one of the great stories at TST. They've come in tonight and they've won 2 finals. The first ever mixed, and now the new champions as the Iowa Demon Hawks of TST's women's event.
And just a good opportunity here. She strikes it with her left. It's going to come off a Tufts, and then again is able just to put it on the ground. Poor ball unable to get up in time, and that is the goal of the night. Thais Andrade with the game winner and the not one but $2 million goal for the Iowa Demon Hawks, the counterparts of the Peluche Hawks.
What a night for soccer in Iowa. They'll be celebrating in Des Moines tonight. There's sadness, of course, for those from Texas and Simply Football, whose fine run to the final comes to an end. But the Demon Hawks complete the comeback against the team who were the stars of the comeback. 2 goals in target score time, and the Demon Hawks have done it tonight in Cary. They take the women's title. An incredible night. They've come from behind to do it, and as the numbers declined and the lights started to fade, the team in gold scored the ultimate golden goal. They'll lift the trophy. They'll get the check after the break. Simply Football 1, Iowa Demon Hawks 2 will be back for the soccer tournaments on Peacock and NBC Sports Network. Welcome back to Cary, North Carolina, where we have just seen a dramatic finish to the women's final. And the Iowa Demon Hawks, who trailed 1-0 going into target score time, turned to a makeshift goalkeeper in Thais Andrade, who would ultimately score the winning goal, the second goal for them in target score time. And they are about to pick up a check for $1 million. And the story, quite extraordinary, because those women had already played a major part in the mixed final, which of course had been won by their mixed team. And so they're sitting on $2 million checks as things stand, and they're celebrating again. And let's head down there for the celebrations and the presentations. Here's Jillian Sakovits.
Congratulations to our champions, the Iowa Demon Hawks, $1 million. And to present that check, we have Robin Long from RBC Wealth Management. Robin.
What a match. On behalf of RBC Wealth Management and TST, I'm so pleased to present the Iowa Demon Hawks with this $1 million prize. You competed with heart and grit. The momentum in women's sports is undeniable, and I'm so proud of RBC Wealth Management's support for creating equal opportunities for women to compete at the highest level. Congratulations.
Thank you. Robin, thank you. And now to present the trophy, we have TST founder and CEO John Mugar and TST owner Chris Paul.
There we go. Another huge trophy lifted into the air on an incredible night for soccer across Iowa. This is an amazing story. These women, they were only celebrating just over an hour ago, winning the mixed event. And now, yeah, we mean business. They've done it again, sorry.
Just an unbelievable squad of ladies from around the world. They came here, they got it done in the mix, they got it done tonight. They were almost out of gas, but just when they needed it, they came through. And there is a great look at the goalkeeper of the tournament, Lala, as she lifts the trophy above her head. She was fatigued, but she kept them in it.
All right, more celebrations. Let's get back down to them. Here's Jill.
Darwin, when your team won the mixed championship, I asked you what it meant, and you said it's life-changing money. Well, now you've won $2 million. What does it mean?
Hey, I don't even know what to think. I just want to thank God for this opportunity, and hopefully we put it for good use to continue developing soccer in the city of Des Moines and all around, because kids need to learn the indoor game, the small field game, because that's going to make them better. So we're going to put our money where our mind is.
All right, y'all coming back to TST?
Of course. We're coming back next year with 3 teams this time around.
Tony, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jillian. Well, if they come back with 3 teams, I guess they're going for all 3 titles. They've won 2 tonight. Incredible scenes. Congratulations, the Iowa Demon Hawks, the new women's champions at TST. Men's championship coming next.